out, this is the language that they understand. Magpapasalamat ako dahil alam nyo, Mr. President, marami akong natutunan sa inyo, lalong-lalo na sa communication. Turo sa akin magsalita ng diplomatic at saka malumanay. Pero dito sa nakarang 2 taon, mukhang mas effective yata yung style ninyo. O halimbawa, dito sa issue to, ako, ito yung sasabihin ko. All we ever ask from the media, foreign and local, is that you be fair in your reporting of us and understand the circumstances in which we have to exist. We want you to be partners with us in the effort of nation building. Oh, parang mas maganda yata ito eh.
Ayan, media, wala akong pakialam. Sabi nila, ako daw pinaka-unpopular sa international press. Wala akong pakialam, putang ina ninyo.
Ito naman, kung sa mga dayuhan na nagkakamali sa ating kasaysayan, ganitong paliwanag ko. It is very important that all Filipinos understand, especially the young ones, that the history of the Philippines did not start with the coming of the Spanish. If anyone contends that, I will just have to disagree. Ito yata yung naintindihan nila eh.
Our history books. Look at our history books noon sa amin. Who discovered the Philippines? The answer was Magellan. Ano? Kung ako ang presidente noon, sampalin kita pag ginawa ko.
O ito pa. Itong paborito nating mga EU. Ito yung sinabi ko sa kanila. To our friends in the EU, please respect the fact that the Philippines is a sovereign nation. But as such, although we disagree, we are always open to all your comments and observations as long as it is constructive through this effort of nation building. But it turns out, this is the language that they understand.
Sila yun eh. Sino? France, Britain. Tapos yung EU ngayon, as the goal to condemn it. As again, I repeat it, fuck you.
Kaya happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday, my friend. Huwag nyo nang intindihin yung mga
Kaya ako, pati pa itong EU, puta, isa ring ugok, some lawyers of EU, nulat-tulatan ako that I could be, ang masakit dyan, ganito, putang ina nila. When they criticize me, and all of those guys who appeared before the international networks, they would say this: Mayor Duterte, you must account for those who were killed, blah, 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 blah. Remember that if you do that, we will cut the assistance and the aid money. Putang ina kayo. Ganon kaliit ang tingin ninyo sa amin. Pumunta ka dito, ipakain ko yung dollar mo. Sila, bastos yun eh. Kaya if I react in the manner of a Filipino na galit sa kanila. Kaya ako nag-iinsulto ng tao. What is there to defend my integrity and the integrity of the people of the Philippines? Ganon ninyo, paano ang mga Pilipino sa labas? Nandiyan na nga, nagpakahirap na, tapos that we will cut the assistance. Putang ina, iilo ninyo yung pera ninyo. You know what is an ilo? That's a piece of paper. When you run out of toilet paper, you wipe out your ass. God damn it. Bullshit kayo. Why am I saying this? It sounds the height of vulgarity. You started it. You give me 10, I'll give you 20. Bakit din yung sabihin na we will not give the aid unless you... Who are you to say that to me? bastos ka. Sabi ko sa inyo eh. Do not do that kasi bababuin ko kayo. So now, the doors are open again. There's a window open. Talagang bababuin ko kayo. Unstatesmanship. I am not running for any statesman. There's no position in this planet statesmanship. You can eat it all. But I have a country to protect and the dignity of the people.
Yung gabi, nag-iinip ako. Then, yung panaginip ko talagang kung nila, nasa itaas daw ako ng building. Nagiging ko yung kalsada, lupa, parang alo ng dagat. Nakita ko may tumatak na yung kabayo, na may sakay kabayo. Hindi po, ganyan. Tapos, pagtingin ko doon, nakagano'n ako dito. Pagtingin ko doon, fall, parang river na dry. Tapos, nakagano'n yung sakay. Huli ng takbo ng kabayo, sabi ko, hindi siya abot doon, hindi siya abot. Kapag kahit tumalon ng kabayo, hindi siya abot. Nakita ko, tumalon yung kabayo, tapos pati yung isa kahit talagang hindi umabot yung kabayo doon sa kabilang side. Bumagsak sa gitna. Tapos talagang flat na flat, ganoon. Tapos pati yung kabayo, tapos yung sakay. Sabi ko, ano? Monday afternoon, lagi ko pang inisip yun. Kasi lagi ko ito yung tapos hindi pag-pray natin yung sininto. Pero ito yung ibig sabihin ng panaginip ko na yun.
Mr. President, Mrs. Marcos, it gives me special pleasure to welcome you to the United States. Mrs. Reagan and I have been long looking forward to returning the hospitality you showed us on our 1969 visit to your country. Our two peoples enjoy a close friendship, one forged in shared history and common ideals. In World War II, Americans and Filipinos fought side by side in the defense of freedom, a struggle in which you, Mr. President, personally fought so valiantly. The values for which we struggled, independence, liberty, democracy, justice, equality, are engraved in our constitutions and embodied in our people's aspirations. Today, our ties remain strong, benefiting each of us over the full range of our relations. Politically, we tend to view many world issues the same general way. Yours, Mr. President, is a respected voice for reason and moderation in international forums. The Philippines, with its ASEAN partners, has taken the lead in search for self-determination for the people of Kampuchea. In that vein, let me also pay tribute to you and Mrs. Marcos' personal leadership and commitment to the care of refugees in Southeast Asia. Under your direct sponsorship, the Philippines Refugee Processing Center has become a model of its kind in encouraging the development of self-sufficiency and the restoration of human dignity. The Philippines and you, Mr. President, play an important role in addressing the problems of economic development in the world. At Cancun, we made a new start toward a more effective and practical dialogue and improved cooperation among industrial and developing countries. Your leadership in that area, Mr. President, is vital and widely respected. Under your leadership at home, the Philippines can boast a record of solid economic growth over the past decade, attributable in significant part to its hospitable attitude toward free enterprise and private initiative. Your country's dedication to improving the standard of living of your people is an effort in which we've been delighted to participate through bilateral and multilateral economic assistance. Your continuing interest in better nutrition has led the Philippines to achieve self-sufficiency in food grain production. You can also point with pride to the success of your rural electrification program, now bringing benefits to an increasing number of remote regions. And I find it a matter of personal satisfaction that your country and my home state of California are both pioneers in developing geothermal power to replace expensive energy imports. The United States remains the Philippines' leading trading partner, and American firms are the largest foreign investors in your country, reflecting their confidence in your progress and prospects for economic growth. We have welcomed the growing two-way trade between our nations and have been pleased that we've been able to keep our markets for the products of your growing manufacturing and industrial sector the most open of any country in the industrialized world. America considers itself especially fortunate to have nearly 1 million persons of Filipino heritage now residing in our country. They bring with them their energy and their talents, and they contribute enormously to the rich diversity of American society. Similarly, thousands of Americans, enchanted by the beauty of your nation and by its people, have chosen to live in the Philippines. Our security relationship is an essential element in maintaining peace in the region and is so recognized. This relationship